From a dream to one of the greatest successes in the global commercial aviation, how did this plane become a sales leader? Imagine an aircraft that can fly farther and cheaper than any other, that can connect cities previously inaccessible, offering passengers an unprecedented travel experience, while reducing the environmental impact, using less fuel. This plane exists, and it is called Boeing 787. Result of a strategic vision, of cutting-edge technology and of a global partnership between different countries and companies, the Boeing 787 is today one of the greatest triumphs of commercial aviation, connecting a wide range of destinations around the globe, ranging from short-haul routes to the longest flights in history. With comfort and efficiency, this plane completely revolutionized the aviation sector and changed the way we travel. The Boeing 787 is an impressive aircraft, but its trajectory was not easy. From its development to its manufacture, the 787 faced several challenges that put at risk its success and its safety. There were delays, technical problems, strikes, fires, and even a global interruption of deliveries. But the 787 and Boeing demonstrated their resilience and capacity, overcoming all obstacles. Today, the Boeing 787 is a very successful plane. Extremely safe and desired by airlines, it is the result of a bold vision and a lot of persistence. With several operators worldwide and with an increasing number of this list year after year, the success of this aircraft became evident, which took years of studies and development to be created. The 787 emerged as a response to changes in the commercial aviation market in the early 2000s, and the need for a more efficient plane. Boeing took advantage of the knowledge acquired in previous projects, and combined with new technologies and materials, to develop a completely new plane. It was designed to fill the gap between 240 to 330 passengers, a market segment that Boeing began to lose, due to competition and lack of a more efficient option. Going back to the 90s, Boeing had been accumulating several successes in launching its planes, such as the 757, the 747-400, and the newly launched 777, as well as the 767, a revolutionary plane when launched, and highly successful for Boeing, being the first twin-engine certified to cross the Atlantic Ocean and selling hundreds of units. But by the end of the 90s, Boeing faced a new problem. With increased competition and more advanced technologies, sales of the 767 and 747 were decreasing. With that, Boeing considered a replacement program for these aircraft. Two new planes were proposed: the 747X, a new version of larger size than the 747-400, and with an increase in its efficiency, and the Sonic Cruiser, which promised to reach a speed 15% faster and consuming the same amount of fuel as a 767. But the market interest in the 747X was small, and concerns about the operating cost of the Sonic Cruiser resulted in the abandonment of this idea. Their customers wanted something different, a completely new plane to replace the 767 that was technologically more advanced and significantly more economical, and this was a market segment that Boeing could not lose. Amid this scenario, Boeing needed an answer, and fast. The 787. In 2003, the 787 program was officially announced, later renamed Boeing 787 Dreamliner, using technologies from the Sonic Cruiser, in a more conventional configuration. However, this wasn't an easy decision for Boeing. This aircraft would be designed for a completely different purpose than its predecessors. The world was changing, and this was a bet on a new theory of commercial aviation. Boeing opted for the development of a medium-sized twin-engine jet, instead of a large aircraft like the Boeing 747. This change would transform the travel experience. Unlike other wide-body aircraft, the 787 was designed with an innovative concept in mind, meeting the demand for non-stop flights between medium-sized or secondary cities, eliminating the need for stopovers in major hubs. This concept is known as point-to-point, and offers passengers greater convenience and speed, as well as a reduction in operating costs. With its incredible range of over 15,000 kilometers, the Boeing 787 explored new horizons and was able to do something totally new in the aviation industry, connecting smaller and very distant cities with direct flights, something that before was very difficult or unfeasible to be done, due to low passenger demand for these routes, which didn't justify the use of a large plane, the only ones with enough range to perform these routes. In addition, airports in smaller cities often lack the necessary infrastructure to accommodate large aircraft, like the Boeing 747, for example, which made connections in major hubs the only way to reach these cities. The development of the Boeing 787 was an extraordinarily complex and challenging journey, involving a global collaboration of various suppliers and partners. Boeing adopted a decentralized production model, in which each supplier was responsible for manufacturing and assembling a part of the plane, which would later be sent to Boeing for final assembly. The idea behind this model was to reduce costs and risks, as well as take advantage of the expertise and capacity of each supplier. However, this did not free Boeing from problems. Although it brought efficiency and cost reduction, this was still a new model and needed to be improved. Initially, the model faced coordination, communication and integration challenges among the various parties involved in the project. Some suppliers had difficulties meeting deadlines and quality standards required by Boeing, resulting in some delays in schedule. However, this did not stop Boeing, which advanced rapidly in developing its newest plane, which combined the latest technologies added to decades of research. On December 15, 2009, Boeing unveiled to the world the realization of a dream. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner flew for the first time. Everyone was enchanted by its capabilities and beauty. At the end, it was clear that this aircraft would dominate the market and become a sales leader and a symbol of success. By that time, the Boeing 787 had already received 677 orders, the highest number of orders for an aircraft before launch until then. The Boeing 787 was a plane that marked a new era in commercial aviation, with new standards of excellence and quality. The Boeing 787 is a revolutionary airplane that changed the history of commercial aviation. Its success is the result of a combination of factors that gave it a clear advantage over all other airplanes, making it a leader in sales in the global market. In addition, the Boeing 787 is not only a great choice against its competitors, but also a pioneer that opened a whole new market before unexplored. The 787 was the first commercial aircraft to have the fuselage and wings made entirely of composite materials, which are lighter and stronger than aluminum used in other airplanes. Thanks to its carbon fiber composition, its wings are extremely flexible, which results in less turbulence for the airplane. Being the 787, the airplane with the best performance when facing turbulence, with its curved shape, which increases lift and reduces drag, they decrease noise and vibration of the airplane. In 2010, during tests, Boeing demonstrated the incredible capability of the wings of its new airplane by bending the wings of a Boeing 787 by 7.6 meters, without causing damage to the structure. In this test, a load of extreme magnitude was applied, challenging the limits of the aircraft, higher than what the airplane would face in its normal operation. Its engines offer excellent fuel economy and emission reduction. Being quieter and more efficient than their predecessors, the 787 has two engine options: the General Electric Gen X, the same engine used in the Boeing 747-8, and the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 derived from Trent 900, which equips the Airbus A380. As well as much of the airplane, its engines also use composite materials such as carbon fiber and a titanium aluminum alloy, which reduce weight and increase engine durability. They have a high bypass design, which means that most of the air that enters the engine does not pass through the turbine, but through the external duct. This reduces noise, drag, and fuel consumption. The engines of the 787 also have an integrated electronic control system, which monitors and adjusts engine performance in real time, optimizing efficiency and safety of flights. The fuselage of the Boeing 787 is one of the main features that make this airplane one of the most modern and efficient on the market, starting with its aerodynamic design with its smooth curves, which reduce drag and increase lift of the airplane. In addition to that, the fuselage of the 787 offers more comfort to passengers and has larger windows and an electronic dimming system, which allows control of brightness without the need for curtains or blinds. The fuselage also provides greater pressurization and humidity in the cabin, reducing altitude effects and jet lag on passengers. The 787 introduced several innovations, such as using composite materials, such as carbon fiber, making it lighter and stronger, reducing fuel consumption. The use of composite materials also makes fuselage safer, as it has greater resistance to fatigue and corrosion, since it does not suffer same wear as aluminum, which can crack or rust over time. The fuselage of the 787 is composed of 53% composite materials. Main one is carbon fiber used in various parts of fuselage, such as wings, tail, nose and cabin, 20% aluminum, 15% steel, and 12% other materials. The Boeing 787 has an advanced electrical system powered by 6 generators, 2 on each of the 2 engines, and 2 on the auxiliary power unit, the APU. It also has 2 lithium-ion batteries, which allows the aircraft to be turned on without any external power. The 787 has an electrical power management system that monitors and controls the flow of energy throughout the aircraft, which is capable of detecting, isolating faults, redistributing the electrical load and optimizing the use of the generators. The Boeing 787 proportionally uses more electricity than any other plane, replacing several hydraulic and pneumatic systems, as well as engine start and wing ice protection. This brings benefits such as greater energy efficiency, lower fuel consumption and maintenance needs, and less noise. Its cabin has a LED lighting system, which can change color and intensity according to the time of day, weather and flight duration. The goal is to create a more pleasant environment and help passengers adapt to the time zone. Combined, these improvements provide the 787 with an efficiency of about 20% higher than the 767, its predecessor. These features allow the Boeing 787 to offer a superior flight experience to its competitors, such as the Airbus A350 or the Boeing 777. In addition, they contribute to increase the efficiency and sustainability of the aircraft, as they reduce weight, drag, and pollutant emissions. Despite all its success, its trajectory was not easy. Since its launch in 2011, the model faced a series of problems that questioned its reliability and safety. Today, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner is one of the most modern and advanced airplanes in the world, capable of flying long distances with high efficiency, comfort and safety, which impresses its operators and passengers around the world. But on the journey to achieve this success, the Boeing 787 faced several challenges. In addition to the problems in its development, with a new and different production model than what Boeing did until then, it faced some obstacles during its operation. One of the main challenges was the overheating of lithium-ion batteries. In 2013, 2 serious incidents involving fire in the batteries led to the suspension of 787 flights worldwide. Boeing had to revise the design and manufacture of the batteries, installing new protection and monitoring devices to prevent new failures. In addition, it suffered some problems related to the quality of titanium parts used in the structure of the plane and in the manufacturing process of the fuselage, leading to delivery interruptions several times. Despite the difficulties, the 787 managed to exceed expectations and became one of the most popular and advanced aircrafts of today, with more than 1,000 units delivered to airlines around the world. Known and admired for its high technology, efficiency and safety, the 787 is a plane that revolutionized the aviation industry and opened new possibilities for air transport in the 21st century. On July 8, 2007, the 787 was presented to the public at a ceremony at Boeing's factory in Everett, United States. Then, on December 15, 2009, after several delays, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner flew for the first time, materializing a dream, which required years of design and billions of dollars in investment. The Dreamliner was no longer just a dream, but a work of art of technology and engineering that became reality. The first 787 was delivered in September 2011 to the Japanese company, All Nippon Airways, known as ANA. Subsequently, hundreds of Boeing 787s were delivered around the world, to airlines from all continents. Until November 2021, the 787 had already received more than 1,500 orders, from more than 70 customers worldwide, being one of the best-selling commercial aircrafts in history. The Boeing 787 has three versions that differ in size, capacity and range: the 7878, the 9 and the 10. The Boeing 7878 was the first model of the Dreamliner family to enter service, in October 2011, with ANA. It has a capacity for 210 to 250 passengers and a range of 13,621 kilometers. The 7879 that entered service in August 2014, with a capacity for 250 to 290 passengers and a maximum range of 14,140 kilometers. And the 787-10, the largest version of the model and the most recent, is the only one that is assembled exclusively at Boeing's factory in South Carolina, instead of Everett, in Washington state. Like the others, it has a capacity for 290 to 330 passengers, reaching up to 440, and a range of up to 11,910 kilometers. It entered service in April of 2018, with Singapore Airlines. The Boeing 787 is the result of a strategic vision, cutting-edge technology and global cooperation between different countries and companies. The 787 brings together several characteristics that make it a sales success. It is a plane that meets the demands of the current market, offering more efficiency, safety, and comfort. With its advanced technology and innovative design, it became an icon of commercial aviation, which continues to surprise the world with its possibilities, bringing benefits to everyone involved: manufacturers, airlines, passengers, and environment. It is the result of a bold vision and a passion for excellence, which challenged the limits of the possible and created a new era in commercial aviation, marked by efficiency, safety, and comfort for passengers. The Boeing 787 is a technological milestone and an emblem of the future of aviation.